Hello, I'm Mr Craven from the NET English Director Team. I'm going to be quickly talking through this quotation from Kamikaze. The quotation comes from the opening of the final stanza of the poem, and it represents the final shift from the children still accepting the father who returned home to their silent rejection of him, the final social isolation that he suffers. The phrasing is interesting because it's in the daughter's voice. The poem shifts between the perspectives, with most of it appearing to offer a paraphrase, but with the final stanzas offering an apparently more authentic first-person account. It's interesting that Garland should choose the adverb gradually and the verb learned here. After all, the poem is partially about children and the influence of parents over them. Learning is a process over time, part of the personal, social and educational growth that constitutes childhood. The children don't reject their father because of their own shame or disapproval. After all, they still chattered and laughed. Instead, they're taught to reject him, to be silent, the cruelty and cultural severity of the adult world being imposed on the children. The children suffer the loss of the father we loved, just as he suffers the loss of his family. Silence also offers a contrast with the busy noisiness to which he had returned, reinforced by the splitting of the sentence across two lines, to be silent falling on the second line of the stanza, as well as the pronoun choice, with the we of the group's children contrasting with the loneliness of the father. Silence also has other resonances here. There is the silence of the grave, of course, linked to the socially ostracised death that he suffers as one way to die, reinforced perhaps by the emphasis placed on the children being taught to live as if he'd never returned. Silence also links to the perspectives in the poem. We never hear from the grandfather, but it's clear that neither did anyone else. We don't know why the father returned. The daughter speculates that he must have looked far down at the little fishing boats, just as she assumed that he must have wondered which had been the better way to die. But she can't say for certain because no one spoke to him, treating him as if he no longer existed. His voice is missing from the whole poem, a guilty absence and a silent and silenced silhouette in her childhood.